Okay, so if you're a therapist, you know diagnosis is a huge part of the job. But what if the way we're taught to diagnose, the questions we ask ourselves, are actually getting in the way? In this explainer, we're going to look at a really simple but honestly game-changing shift. It's all about moving our focus from a static label to the living, breathing relationship happening right there in the room.
Just think about it for a second. You're in a session, you're listening, you're trying to figure out what's going on, and your brain just kind of automatically starts sorting things. And a question like this probably pops into your head, right? Is this patient fragile?
Or how about this one? You feel that wall go up, that pushback? And boom, your mind slaps a label on it, high resistance. Look, these thoughts are totally normal. They're almost like muscle memory. But here's the big question. Are they actually helping? Or are they maybe sending us in the wrong direction? And that's where the real danger is. See, when we get so caught up in finding the perfect label, fragile, resistant, whatever it is, we can, without even meaning to, stop seeing the person. The label becomes this kind of screen, and it hides the complex, messy, real human being sitting right across from us. So this brings us to a really core truth, and this can change everything. A person's internal struggles, they don't just happen in a vacuum, right? They come to life, they play out, they make sense within relationships. And guess what? That includes the relationship happening right now, in this moment, between you and your patient. Okay, so what do we do with this? How do we actually use this idea? Well, it means we need a new way of thinking, a relational diagnosis. We're going to shift our focus from asking what the patient is to asking how you and the patient are together. And you can really see the difference here. The old way of thinking, is this patient fragile, high resistance? Those are judgments we put on them. They're static. But the new questions, they're all about the dynamic. Are they letting me in? Are they keeping me at arm's length? See, it's not about a label anymore. It's about noticing the dance that's happening between the two of you. So, this gives us a brand new set of diagnostic questions to keep in our back pocket. Instead of asking what a patient is, we start asking what's happening between us. Is my patient letting me in right now? Are they maybe pushing me away a little? Is this closeness we're feeling, is it getting to be too much for them? And the answer isn't some new label. Nope. It's an invitation for you to get curious and maybe, just maybe, talk about what's happening right then and there. And this shift, wow, it goes way beyond just diagnosis. It completely transforms your technique. It's no longer about just applying some tool from a textbook. It becomes a real way to connect. It literally changes not just what you do, but how you show up in the room. Here's the heart of it, right here. Your technique stops being a tool you use on them, and it becomes the very way you relate to them. Think about that. All of a sudden, your interpretations, the questions you ask, even your silence, they're not just clinical tools anymore. They're the building blocks of your connection. It's how you're participating in this relationship. So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? It's that the relationship is everything. It's the key. If a patient's inner life gets played out through their relationships, then our number one job as therapists has to be focusing on the relationship we're building with them. To put it as simply as possible, the relationship is the psychodiagnosis. It's not some label you pull out of the DSM. It's the living, breathing interaction that's happening right in front of you. The way your patient relates to you, that is the most valuable diagnostic information you'll ever get. In fact, you could say it is the diagnosis. So next time you're in a session and you feel stuck, you're trying to figure it all out, try this. Just stop. Stop hunting for the label. Instead, get really curious about what's going on between the two of you. What's the tension like? Is there distance? Is there fear in that shared space? I promise, if you focus there, the patterns, the things we would have called labels, they'll start to show themselves. Ultimately, it really just comes down to this. It's a simple but powerful idea. The relationship is always, always more important than the label. Because at the end of the day, we don't heal labels, do we? We help heal people. And that healing, it happens inside a connection. If you focus there, you will always find your way.